So where are we at today, Slayer?
We are in the new Simply Nano office, and mics are set up. Just kind of left everything here because we're doing Simply Nano shows, vlogs, podcasts, and figured, well, they're allowing us to come here and hang, and I've a key to the office, and we share it with some other folks, and so yeah, we have kind of a new home base to record since it's being used for multiple shows. So yeah, those that maybe don't know, Simply Nano is a company I'm involved with. We do nanotechnology. Right now, our first and only current product is a CBD wellness cream infused with glutathione. So that is the game changer. We're fully regulated, approved, DEA, it's state lab tested, cold press extracted, toxin-free, USDA certified organic hemp. So we got all the boxes checked. It's crazy stuff. So yeah, we're in that new office in Indianapolis. So yeah,
wonderful facility.
That's where we're at today.
We have a putting green up here.
I knew you'd like that. I figured you'd like that. I was going to save that.
I wouldn't get any work done if I worked up here.
Yeah, right. Or you just, when you get frustrated on something, it's like, okay, let me go hit a couple balls and get back to it.
Yeah.
That's nice. We got snacks, we got drinks, we got golf balls.
We got the mics.
We got the mics, yes, sir. So, first off the dome radio show here in the new spot. And, so far so good. Mm-hmm. Got the windows open, nice breeze.
Natural light.
Love it.
After our snowstorm this past Tuesday.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Unreal.
The Midwest, bro. The Midwest. And then it
surprises you every day.
Yeah. And that weather was switching on a dime. Mm-hmm. Like it would snow for 10 minutes and then get sunny. And then it would just reverse Charlie Brown on us, go back to snowing. And I'm like, okay. Because I was coaching that night too. And it was just, I'd look out, blizzard, look back out 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
So, but you just got back from a trip.
Yes, I was in Houston.
You were in Houston. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you had no problems. Ha 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 ha.
Right. Yeah, I was supposed to go back in February, but that's when we also had another bizarro weather week where the whole city of Houston was without power because of the frozen pipe. Because that was the week that everything was like really cold in Texas. So we rescheduled the trip for this past week here in April, and yeah, we went and saw a Pacers game there. We our friends live in Lake Jackson, which is about an hour south of Houston, so we stayed there for a day, and then we hung out in the city. And yeah, it reminded me a lot of Indiana for sure in terms of just like. I mean, friendly people, slower pace.
Yeah.
Southern hospitality. But yes, it was a good time.
Barbecue.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely had to get that. That's the barbecue pork tacos. Got the brisket.
Oh, baby.
So good.
See, I've had Nashville barbecue, but I feel like Texas barbecue has just a little extra oomph.
Yeah, it did.
It's Texas.
Yeah,
barbecue.
I feel like I got kicked in the ass.
Everything's bigger in Texas, baby.
Yeah, it was good. It was good for sure. But yeah, first time I've flown too in like a year and a half, which was interesting to do. But
I
hadn't flown since the pandemic hit, so it was interesting.
I think. Yeah, I guess
you went to Colorado, right?
Yeah, that was the first time I flew, but first time I had to fly anywhere.
Yeah.
And I didn't. No, it was cool. Like I just like to fly anyway. I see these crazy videos of like people freaking out when like a little infant doesn't have a mask. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
They're just traveling. But sounds like a sweet trip. Did the Pacers win that game?
They did win.
That's good.
Yeah. They haven't been playing too well this year, but yeah, it was good. I always love going and watching my team play an away game because when you're watching your home team at home, when they cheer or score a bucket, you just kind of blend into the crowd because everyone's cheering. But when you go to an away game and they score, you're the only one in that stadium standing up and cheering. So you draw a little attention to yourself, and you get a little friendly banter with the fans around you. And I always enjoy doing that. I always like kind of standing out there and just support my team when no one else is there doing it. So yeah, it was good.
But it's like I feel like, to your point, that Southern hospitality, it's like you cheering for the Pacers in Houston, no one's really going to care. It's not like a Cubs fan going to Louisville and cheering the Cubs against the Cardinals. Like, that could get violent.
Yeah.
But in Texas, you'll just get shot. And then it's over with.
No, everyone there is really friendly. So I was standing up, and the person behind me was like, "Sit down, please." It's like, oh, okay. Trash talking politely. All right. Cool.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was a good time. Quick trip. We went to the first bar that we went to after we landed. It used to be an old like propane distribution center. And you know how like when you have garages where like delivery trucks pull up?
Yeah.
They had like renovated that entire space into like a mini turf soccer field.
Oh, that's sweet.
Inside, it was a pretty big place. So yeah, they had that. And they had like cornhole set up out there, and it was right next to the Toyota Center where the Rockets play, and then right next to spacing what the baseball team's park is. But Minute Maid Park, where the baseball team plays. So it's a lot of like it's a perfect like pregame spot for fans to go.
Nice,
so
yeah,
it's good first trip there, and yeah, like no one's wearing masks. It's interesting. It's just,
love that.
Yeah. Because
no
man, I mean the mandate's gone there, so yeah. I mean,
we
were safe, of course. We were safe, but
yeah.
I mean that's just the way it is there. So
I've been going in places without it, like CVS and shit like that, and it's just like people are like, oh, let's get back to the new normal. It's not going to happen unless you just start doing it. Mm-hmm. It's just not. If you're waiting for the government to tell you don't need to wear a mask, it's never going to happen. Mm-hmm. And now we're getting enticed by donuts and shit that makes us fat as fuck to get a vaccine when you still have a 99% chance of survival. So I'm just like, donuts. Anyway, I'm glad you had a good time in Texas. I think that's really cool when places like that refurbish or renovate something that was used for completely unrelated, like it was propane and now it's got turf, it's got drinks, probably a little food, great pregame spot. And it's just like, that's so attractive. And I don't know why, but creating it into a new space, but it's like, oh, you probably still had the old feel of, okay, I could see like where they might store propane tanks and this and that, or load them. Yeah. And it's
I always got to ask, when like, this definitely has not always been a bar. Like, I'm definitely going to ask these people what it is. And like, I just have a weird passion about like transformation of buildings. Like, I'd rather see a building like be transformed into something else instead of just like go by the wayside and just become an abandoned building.
And just fall apart.
Yeah.
Well, there's that, what is it, St. Joseph's, that brewery downtown Indy, the church?
Yeah.
It's a church, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd heard they had to bring in a priest to, like, I don't know if this is the right terminology, but like de-holy it.
I see what you're saying.
That makes like had to.
I wonder what kind of church it was, like what religion it was.
I don't know. When I was in there, I've only been there once or twice, but when I was there, it looked like it was Catholic.
Yeah.
But I'm not certain.
Yeah.
That or like maybe a Methodist or Baptist, but it had like it was really churched up. It wasn't just like, because I go to Trader's Point, it wasn't just a stage and rows of seats. Like it was church. Mm-hmm. So like where you have a mass. But yeah, I guess he had to, like, I don't know, you unbless it. Yeah. You de-holy it. I don't know. It's like,
what if they brought him in like right before they opened the bar, and like as soon as he like completed the process, everyone's like, okay, party.
He finishes his hand signaled sign of the cross, and once he crosses the last time, it's go time! Kegs are tapped, baby!
That would be so cool to witness.
And he's pouring the first round.
Yeah.
Man, Catholics are good at drinking and gambling, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, haven't been to a fun brewery like that in a while. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I was at, there's one in Carmel. You can bring dogs, there's outdoor, there's a few different fire pits. Oh. That's a solid one. But yeah, haven't been to a lot of breweries lately, too. Oh. But, anyway, so you got back from Houston. Mm-hmm. What else is going on in the world of Tim?
Yeah, that's just grinding away on the resume writing business. And I mean, that takes up a large majority of my time doing that. I'm golfing a lot and, just trying to get better,
Yeah. How is the resume writing business going?
It's really good. I mean, as people know, I left my job back in November for that. Yeah, and since then I've helped over 250 people with their resumes. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, just expanding the clientele, and I can just tell that things are starting to click. I'm starting to get even more like referrals from people I've already helped, and building a network of people, and going beyond just writing the resume for someone at this point. Like really offering like ideas at this point. Obviously, I ask the necessary questions to people to get them talking about what is meaningful to them, and really asking questions that spur talking about pivotal moments in their career and accomplishments, and really help people realize like what they're capable of. So doing that, and then just like recommending ideas on like interview prep and like big presentations that people got to give. So really like expanding the way I provide value to people outside of just writing the resume. And yeah, I just started offering like interview coaching, interview prep as like an add-on service for my business. So doing that, and really to like as we talked about with Michelle Seiler Tucker, developing like a new like depth to my business in terms of systems, like creating a whole other system for like interview prep, and eventually I could turn into like a product or like a PDF of like pre-interview checklist packet or something like that, and developing content for that. So that's going extremely well, and continuing to build the client base and continuing to get better and better at what I'm doing in terms of like interacting with people. And it's never been a challenge for me in terms of just like connecting with people, because I like learning about people, but just asking like better questions, and really getting to the root of things, and really helping people just realize what they're capable of.
Are you mostly still LinkedIn?
Yeah, LinkedIn and referrals at this point, and then a little bit of the Upwork stuff too. I get clients from there who are requesting resume writing services. But
nice.
There's over 730 million users registered on LinkedIn right now. So there's always going to be a lot of attention on that platform, and it's going to continue to be the blue chip #1 platform for people to connect, like from a professional standpoint. So
LinkedIn's still the overlooked game, I think. What grinds me though is like I'm pretty consistent on my LinkedIn now in terms of distributing content, but the people that reach out to me are like business loan people. It's like, bro, I'm sorry, I don't need you. Like, what am I gonna take a loan out for?
Yeah.
I don't. Right now my expenses
people
are
trying to sell you stuff.
Right now my expenses are covered.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take a loan to hire somebody. Like, that would just be stupid. I appreciate their hustle. It's like, hey, like, all they do is send that one message, and I say, hey, thanks for reaching out. Love to connect. I'll keep you in mind when I need you. I'm just not in a place to take out a loan right now. So, hopefully I never have to take out a loan. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Straight up cash, homie.
Cash.
That's good. I'm glad it's going well, and you're finding a way to diversify your offerings and things. So you started creating the new content packets and things. Yeah. How's that been?
It's been good. I like doing it. I like writing it out. The more clients I get though, the more like busy I am, obviously, and taking care of people with offhand requests and stuff like that. So it's been a challenge to really just dedicate meaningful time to it, but I've been able to at least budget out time out of my day to at least pour some time into content development. But that, like I said, like that's the challenge right now. Like there's only one of me. Like if I wish there were multiple copies of me that could help all these people, but time management has been a big thing for me, and I've noticed like ever since I started resume writing business, like the weekend and the week, they don't really like. There's no difference to me at this point. No. Like I don't feel. Maybe the main difference is like other people are like more available to hang out with, and like maybe I go out to eat a little bit more on the weekend because more people are available. But like in terms of just like the day-to-day grind and me just like managing my time, like it's just another day to me. Yeah. At this point, so
it's funny. I had that same thought last week or the week before. It was like on a Sunday, and I know people are just like chilling on Sundays, watching Netflix or whatever. Fighting the Sunday scaries, and I'm like cranking out an article for my editor. It's it's another day,
right?
Which is kind of cool, kind of not. I guess I don't know. I don't mind it. Some people might be like, "Oh, you need to have like your you times." I have plenty of me time.
I make me time every day.
Yeah, every day. So like me working Sunday till 11 or later, 12 on Sunday. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine for me.
Yeah.
Or,
if you enjoy what you're doing, like it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't even faze me.
Yeah. If some people want to hang Saturday, I'll work the first half the day Saturday, and then hang the second half.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. It's like every day feels like a work day, but every day also feels like a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's.
I would agree 100% with
Yeah,
that. It's tough to explain, but
So-
yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah. Speaking of the writing, the Upwork, interestingly, I've been telling you how I need to try to find higher paying writing gigs. The people I've been writing for mostly on Upwork emailed me separately to offer a different opportunity on a platform called Slack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar with Slack.
You never heard of Slack before?
No. Yeah.
It's like
also
you use GroupMe, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Kinda.
Yeah, because I was
more depth
messing
to
with
it.
Text Broker, but you have to jump through so many hoops to even get
Yeah.
started. Oh my god!
I gave up on that.
I haven't finished the initial process of being able to write for somebody because there's so many samples. You have to outfit your profile, and the interface doesn't look as smooth as it could be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, why is this so difficult? Let me sign up and write.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Slack, I wouldn't have the Upwork service fees, which would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little more cash that way. I don't know if I'm waiting to get more details. I don't know what the pay rate would be. I would assume a little more, but yeah, this lady emailed me and she was like, hey, so-and-so put your name out every great once in a while on Slack. We're looking for some of our better writers, and then bring them over here and you'll have another editor.
Mm-hmm.
You'll still be doing kind of similar work, but it's just kind of the writers that we want doing bigger and better projects. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because my editor always has something for me to change typically. So to me, I'm like, man, am I just missing seemingly easy stuff in these articles? Like, I'm a good writer.
Mm-hmm.
But then this happened. I was like, oh, wow. Like, that's kind of a little pleasant surprise. And yeah, it feels good. But now it's like, just keep writing how I've been writing, I guess. It's working.
Yeah.
It's working. So
It's good, man.
yeah, doing that, messing with TikToks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to learn to like it.
Yeah.
And messing with it. So I'm gonna have a few different types of pieces of content I'll do, I think, on TikTok. If I have what I think is just funny, like relatably everyday stuff funny, I'll do it. But I'm gonna do some book post stuff. I just did one about mindset. Just quick, what I'm reading, picture of the book, picture of the excerpt, growth, fixed mindset, deliver it, call it a day.
Yeah.
So that.
Keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, that. I'll probably start doing stuff for podcast, trying to use content I've already created. Maybe that's videos, maybe that's IGTVs, and just cut snippets from those. Kind of how we've talked to our boy Scotty Mouse. Scotty Mouse. Mouse. He uses one piece of content 5-6 different ways, and I'm like, I need to do that.
Yeah.
Like, even if I say one thing in a video, that could be a whole blog article.
Yeah.
Of my own.
Because people digest information in different ways.
Yeah. Or take 20, 30 seconds of a 4 or 5 minute video, done, and just redistribute.
Yeah. I love that.
So, yeah, I've been so concerned about making more content, more new stuff. It's like, man, I can make new stuff, quote unquote, from my old stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a place that you record the TikToks from?
Oh, anywhere, home or the office, this office.
Like, are you doing any face stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I strongly believe in showing who's doing the stuff behind the stuff.
Yeah, your ugly face.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
dude. I got a good face for radio, so I don't mind showing it off.
Yeah.
So, I just think that's better, and I've always seen whether it's a post on our Off the Dome page or a story, there's always more traction and engagement when it's like a picture of us,
Right.
of who's doing it. So, yeah, doing that took me a long time to be cool with putting the camera on my face. Now I just don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if you don't like it, A, don't watch it. B, you're 2 clicks away from unfollowing me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sleep just fine at night.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I've been really trying to hone in on following a piece of Gary Vee's advice of make content that you want to be known for, not what'll get you likes.
Right.
Because if you do what you want to be known for, it'll still get you likes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, doing that. Let's see, what else business-wise? Yeah, I think the content thing was one of the biggest. I'm trying to remarket myself, kind of like a rebrand, because I've realized what I do is a lot of human optimization, movement, breathing, neuromuscular things. I work a lot between the ears with people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nutrition and rehab, but it's really just full-blown optimization. How can we perform and optimize the best we can? And a buddy of mine, he's GM of a semi-pro lacrosse team. He approached me. I was on recently on a podcast of his buddies. He's like, hey, you guys should link up. I was like, all right. And so I guess a good way to say we should have this guy on ours too.
Yeah.
Cool cat.
Yeah.
But my buddy listened to that one, my buddy JD, and he's like, hey, maybe we get you in on Simply Nano, get it on our jerseys. Like, they're a semi-pro lacrosse team. Like, they're in the National Lacrosse League. He's like, there's going to be some training camps. Maybe we have you in on those. You talk some coaching stuff, some rehab, recovery, this. So I'm like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah,
I want to do performance. Like, whether it's team or individuals, I want to work with performers.
Mm-hmm.
Not that, I won't work with someone with the simple upper cross syndrome or just, moving the weights in the gym casually, but
that allows you to be hyper-focused,
Yeah, I like performance.
Yeah.
I want to enhance that, kind of help be the brain behind, someone doing XYZ sport.
Can you cut 5 shots off my golf game?
Yeah.
I'm a performer.
Yeah.
All right.
And not even change your swing.
All right.
I'll change the way you distribute force by breath and trunk.
You know what? That could be the difference.
We'll get you 10 yards in a day.
All right.
Like, we'll do it.
10 yards. All right.
I think so. I think so.
I believe it.
It might take you 10 swings to understand, like, what we're doing, because you're going to have to think a little more with your swing.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, we can distribute more force by using your breath a different way.
Okay.
And I'm not even going to change your golf mechanics because I don't know shit about it. It's just internal.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Not even swing. So, yeah.
Great performers,
we can do that.
Let's do it.
Imagine that. Hey, I got 10 yards further in 10 swings.
I'll give you a client testimonial.
Talk to Slags.
Yeah.
10 yards in 10 swings. What if that's my new shtick?
10 yards. Now you're getting even more hyper-focused on the golfing performers.
Oh. See, that's the thing. It's the body is the body. Mechanics are mechanics. Breathing is breathing. Force is force. It's just how are we applying it. Yeah. I saw you get that good nasal breath. Everyone hear that?
You know how it goes.
Yeah. So, doing that and just, I'm still in my lanes, but trying to advance those in different ways and segments. And so, that's kind of what I've been working on. So the riding is good. The rehab is a little slower right now. Again, I'm trying to market so people know what I actually do, because I don't have a DR in front of my name. And that's not a complaint. That's just the way it is, the route I took. But it does make things more challenging. But I am rehabbing our good buddy Marquise. He's got a little hamstring issue, a little low grade 2 strain. Nothing he can't take care of in 8 weeks, but it's great, man. We're doing these videos via Instagram, and it's so much more fun than text, because we'll, oh, hey bird, hey squirrel, and it's like, as we're doing video, it's almost face-to-face conversation. But yeah, we just change things every few days. He updates me, sends me videos of how he's progressing with certain movements that I have him do, and it's so far so good.
Good stuff, man.
Going as planned so far.
I love it.
Yeah.
But you're talking about the videos within Instagram chat.
Yeah. So like in the DM, we'll do
videos. I've had, for the first time, I had someone send me a voice message, and
those aren't bad.
I was like, whoa, this is cool. I've never tried this before. I've done the videos a couple times, but and I also had someone reach out to me this week who I haven't heard in a couple weeks from, and it was just a video like, hey, let's get together. I was like, dude, I wish more people communicated that way. I just love it. That's
part of why I really enjoy Snapchat with like a handful of friends, because it's still kind of face to face.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that. Text kind of annoys me.
Yeah, because you don't know like what someone looks like when they're saying, like, body language is just huge.
Yeah, that inflections, like so someone might say just a simple answer, and you're like, yo, why are you so shitty?
Yeah.
Like, huh?
I feel like
I said
I feel
yeah.
I feel like
Oh, you said yeah, like you were mad. I just said yeah.
Now that we talk about this, I feel like I'm starting to get that way because like I feel like now I used to like I'm a pretty good like articulate texter. Like I usually type things out in like full sentences and like. But I've noticed that like when I'm in a rush, like I'll be texting really short to someone, and I was like, oh, that might seem like kind of like douchey coming off like that, but I'm really not trying to be like that.
What's so funny is like I know very few people that use periods regularly in text. People use periods when they're in a mood. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Like people like, yeah, I'll see you there. Period.
But I feel like now, like I feel like I do that. Like I feel like I use periods when I'm not mad though.
But that's just how you are.
Yeah.
And unless people know that, like if someone new is talking to you and you're like, yeah, I'll see you at 7:30. Period. Wait, is that like, fine, I'll see you at 7:30? And to you, it's just like, yeah, see you at 7:30.
Yeah.
Peace.
Turn it off. Yep.
It's like, hey man, are we like cool? Oh yeah, I'm seeing you at 7:30.
You meet them at 7 and they're like, why are you acting so weird? I'm like, oh, I thought you were mad before.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it's, man, delivery is everything. Text or video. So yeah, long story long. Yeah, I guess that was kind of my RLE. We kind of did our RLEs. Whoo, say that 5 times fast. But yeah, a lot of new things. I still haven't fucked with Clubhouse yet, but that is on the radar too.
Good.
But I think that's going to be better for like this type of like podcast stuff. And then I might use it. I've listened to some podcasts of people using it for networking too, so I might use it Simply Nano. But in terms of my coaching business, I don't think that's the place to utilize that the best. I think that's built for like podcasters and networking specifically. So yeah, and no one controls Clubhouse. Clubhouse is on their own. Yeah, love it. Free spirit. That's what we're calling it. You got a little stock talk for us today, Tim? Yeah, technically not a stock though. This is crypto talk. Okay, you go then. I have a new tip for you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hit us. Yeah. So as people know, like I invested in Bitcoin last year, like October, November, and I've been like slowly putting in weekly amounts to it since then, like kind of building up capital. But now that I realize that it's much more important. There's a lot of coins out there, so I'm trying to like really expand my crypto wallet, if you will. So I actually started my journey back in March in Ethereum. And so you got some good timing on Ethereum. I did, and Bitcoin. It's up 45% in the last month, but obviously it's a long-term play. Yeah. And I know that we've talked about it a little bit on here, but I'm gonna give a couple reasons why. Because I did some research. I wanted to read about it and really understand, like, because I've heard some people say that like right now it's got some advantages over Bitcoin. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Bitcoin's worth a lot more. Why is that? And here's why. Here's what I've been reading, and here's why I kind of chose to invest in it. Why I've started putting in like weekly amounts into it since the first week of March is apparently it has like more application and use than Bitcoin. From the standpoint that, with cryptocurrency, it's blockchain. So like when you make a transaction with Bitcoin, it gets entered into one giant ledger, one entire ledger. So, and everyone sees this ledger. So like it's like whatever happens, and everyone agrees upon it. And apparently Ethereum, it records transactions at a much more like rapid pace than Bitcoin. Like a typical Bitcoin transaction, it takes about 10 minutes to complete. Whereas like with Ethereum transaction, it records that transaction in this blockchain ledger in like 15 seconds to 5 minutes instead of 10 minutes what it would with Bitcoin. So pretty much it processes transactions in like half the time that Bitcoin does. So therefore it's the best network to support a business or program, and its accuracy and precision is way better. And I don't want to get too deep into it, but its coding language that it uses is it can run on much more computers better than any other cryptocurrency, and it allows for the use of like smart contracts. So like a lot of these big companies, it's supported by multiple Fortune 500 companies. There's even something called an Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, EEA, that has about 500 companies in it. Companies like Intel, Microsoft, JP Morgan, Thomson Reuters, and these companies like it for its speed and its efficiency, and
just ability to execute smart contracts. So that's kind of why, like, I feel like that's where business is headed. Like, I feel like, I mean, you see it here with this pandemic, how we went from paper contracts to virtual contracts with digital contracts with DocuSign. You saw stocks like DocuSign go up like crazy because, I mean, no one's going to be signing stuff on paper. I mean, obviously that's still going to be around, but I think the next step is smart contracts. So I feel like Ethereum's in the best position to do that of all the cryptocurrencies. So that's why I'm in it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Dude, that's wild. And I like that deep dive into crypto because I don't know much about crypto. I invest in it. I don't know a ton. So what are some of the benefits of those quicker transactions? Like you said, better to support businesses, things like that. What can happen in, say, the Bitcoin's 10 minutes that might not happen in Ethereum's 15 seconds to 5 minutes?
Yeah, so like just any type of like information transfer between one party and another. Like just like, I mean, that's just like you asking like, why would I want an internet speed that's this quicker than that much quicker than this?
So it's the kind of that same bare bones.
It's because like I feel like when you're running like multiple like functions at once with these smart contracts, and I mean these are giant companies with huge processes. So like you want something that's more efficient than the other when it comes to executing these things.
Okay.
I'm sure there's like, I mean, when you're talking about thousands and thousands of different like contracts and different, so like you want something that's going to do it faster.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I didn't know if there was anything that like could go wrong with like, I don't know, the mining process in that amount of time where a price may change or anything. But yeah, that makes sense. Just quicker is faster, or quicker is better. Excuse me. Quicker is faster. And that's the truth. Dude, that's crazy. Because I'm not in Ethereum currently. I feel like I should be.
Yeah, and I've read.
But it's also like I want my money in Bitcoin too.
Yeah, and I mean both is good right now because I feel like it's still trading really low right now. Like they're saying like, I was reading multiple people who study crypto, and they're saying like, what like Ethereum at 2,000 right now is like what Bitcoin was at 10,000. Like they think it can go up to 10,000 in the next couple of years. So I see that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like
I'll get in.
Yeah,
I'll get in.
But
because Bitcoin in last October was what 5-6 grand. And now
like,
look at it.
And these, I mean, it's not like Ethereum is. It's not like obviously there's like Fortune 500 companies that trust this and use this for like transactions, and even like we get into another time, but even banks are into Ethereum too.
Yeah. Even
though it kind of goes against what they stand. I mean, it's kind of counterintuitive, but people do trust this, and it's. I mean, I just think it's like it's kind of like mirrored off Bitcoin too. Like I feel like what happens with Bitcoin, it's kind of delayed with Ethereum as well. So.
I feel like banks have to see the writing on the wall if they're smart. Because we just dropped what 1.9 trillion. Now we got another $1 trillion plan rolling out. Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Dollar's going to be worth what?
Yeah.
But Bitcoin, that's like there's so much of it, so there's not the inflation that the dollar.
Yeah.
Like you're not just keep mining it for life.
Yeah. And what they just what the money that they just injected into the economy with the stimulus checks, Bitcoin, like the Bitcoin total money in Bitcoin isn't even worth that much right now. So that just shows how early we are in this. The fact they can just create out of thin air like that.
It'll probably like I don't know where Bitcoin might stop in terms of price per one. Like I don't know, like hundreds of thousands of dollars at least is what I've kind of heard and read. Some say it might get to over 100 per by the end of this year. Like, geez, man, imagine having just like half of one.
Yeah.
Because who knows, 5, 8, 10 years down the road, you might be surviving off what Bitcoin you may have.
And and I also think about like, you know how companies do stock splits? Where Tesla
just did.
Yeah, Tesla did an app. Like, what would that look like with Bitcoin? Because I feel like there will eventually have to be a time. Like, I don't know. Like, there will eventually have to be a time where I mean, when people mine more and inject more coins into the market, is that what that will be like? The
That's
stock
a great
split?
question.
I don't know.
I don't know much about that side of it.
Yeah.
To have anything that doesn't sound like I'm talking out my ass.
But
I'm gonna be honest.
no, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I just think we're gonna learn so much more about it in the next 5 years, and I love it.
Yeah,
We'll see.
It's great.
I just want to be in a spot where I'm not like too late. Like, I always want to keep my ears to the ground and like always see what the next thing is. And
Dogecoin making that go of it this last week. Woo, buddy.
I mean, they've been down. They're down 40% since that.
Yeah, they're down.
They definitely came back to it. So the
But
people that bought it, I hope you sold it when it got up to 45 cents.
I still have mine, like as a just in case. Like I know it was made as a joke, but those guys who made it as a joke just accidentally made $56 billion.
Yeah.
Like that's what Doge is worth right now.
Yeah.
They accidentally, as a joke, made $56 billion. Oh, my bad. It's not as much of a joke anymore. Who was I talking to? Nuts. They had this great thing that fate loves irony. And it's just, you never know what that could really turn into. But we've talked before, Mark Cuban is pretty bullish on Doge.
Yeah.
Like, he accepts Dogecoin for Mavericks.
The Houston Rockets accept it now, too.
Like, so if it's such a joke, why are you, like, having an alternate to actual cash? I don't know if they accept Bitcoin for tickets. Do they do that? Yeah.
I do not know. I'm not sure.
So why would you not want to accept Bitcoin before Doge? Ethereum before Doge? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's something else that we don't know that they do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, a little bit of FOMO on that. But, I mean, I haven't put a ton of money in Doge, but enough to where even if it hits, like, say it hits $1,000 per, I'm going to be pretty all right.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, a joke crypto.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Ethereum, I'll get into that next week. I kind of do what you do. I usually Monday or Tuesday, I put X amount in my portfolio and distribute how I think I should best. But that podcast I was on, Danley and Friends, dude Ryan Danley, he gave me a good tip. ASE Technology. Ticker is ASX.
Okay.
And what they do is they engage in the provision of semiconductor manufacturing services. So offers complete turnkey solutions in integrated circuit, packaging, design and production of interconnect materials, front-end engineering testing, wafer probing, not sure what that is, final testing, electronic manufacturing services. So just a lot of tech stuff with semiconducting services, and it's only trading at $8.07 right now. Like $8.07 a share. And you know how on fucking Robinhood, you know how on Robinhood it has like the analyst ratings, buy, or like it's all 95% buy. It's like it's cheap.
Yeah.
So like I also buy a handful. I bought more Virgin Galactic because that has been way down.
What's it at? What's it at now?
22.
Okay.
Way down. So like I'll just buy more because it's gonna go up again.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It hit what, like $60 one day or a few days in a row, and then went back down. No, I'm holding out.
Good call.
Because once it goes to space, boy, so is my stock. You like that?
I've been waiting for that line.
Oh my gosh, it just came to me and I was like, I'm going to deliver this.
Perfect execution.
But it's not as funny when I brag about it, but fuck, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, I'll get in Ethereum. You do a little research of your own on ASE technologies.
I bookmarked it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, other than that, I'm sticking with kind of everything I've already had. The pen, Telebio, a little bit in Bitcoin every week. So, yeah. I did put a little into that ARK ETF.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a whole ton, but...
I mean, it's down big time as well, so
yeah,
it's a good time to buy.
Been up and down, yeah. But I did a little bit just to, money's still green.
Yeah.
So, all right, man.
It's better than spending at the bars.
It depends on the day.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, rather have my money be doing some work rather than me drinking it.
Yeah.
I don't drink as
And waking
much
up with a
though.
headache.
Yeah, right, and that's part of it. I just don't drink a whole lot. I don't know. Like we have our times. Like you and I, we've gotten down on some drinks before, but yeah, every once in a while that's fun. But I'd just rather have a couple drinks, hang, like go home. Yeah. Wake up, be able to work, feel good, not waste the whole day being hungover and just like, oh my gosh, my head hurts. I can't do anything. I need to sleep for 8 hours.
I hate the feeling like when it's happened to me, and it has throughout my life. It reminds me like this is why you love to wake up fresh, so you don't have to feel like this ever again.
100%. Yeah, and this week especially, I've been kind of making sure I don't do anything dumb. Got my first CrossFit competition on Saturday.
Oh, let's go.
Yep. So the next show I'll have some updates on how that goes. So we'll see what happens. Teams of 3 down in Greenwood. So we have 3 teams from our gym to TWR CrossFit. So yeah, I'm anxious. I've been itching to compete and like be competitive in something. I didn't know if it was going to be CrossFit, but it's been happening lately where, not that we're competing with everyone else at the gym, but I'll look at certain people's like scores and times and try to keep up. I'm just like, man, I'm going to get at least this. Okay, I got this. How many more? And I don't know, I work out with another buddy of mine, Adam. Usually every Sunday we do a little bench and bro sesh.
Bench and bro sesh,
yeah. Because there's not a lot of bench in CrossFit, so I'll still do like yoga on my own, other bodybuilding classic movements on my own, just my off days. Probably do 3 or 4 CrossFit workouts a week. But yeah, we'll do that, and I've been the itch of doing more and forcing my body to do more when it says it's tired. And my buddy Adam, he was saying, he's like, man, I got to find that extra gear. He's like, when you and me are in a WOD, you have this extra gear. And I go to a dark place, man. It's like, just don't bitch out. You tell your body you have a little more. It fucking hurts. It really hurts. Yeah. You got a little more. Yeah. Like, that pain, like, think about what other people have to deal with. Like, I got a little more. So, yeah, this competition, there's going to be a lot of grit. And, I think we got a strong team. It's my first one. I've never done it. I'm going to see if and how I like it. Yeah. But I think
I love it, man.
Yeah, I think we can show out pretty well, be pretty strong, and we'll see what happens.
Let's go.
If anything, it's good benchmark.
I wish I could come, but
dude, I wish you could too.
Of course, we have spectator restrictions out here.
My gosh. Good grief, yeah.
Maybe the next one. It's like I hope you enjoy a lot, so I can go to another one.
Yeah. Oh, I probably will. Yeah. I'm super pumped. Someone asked me, I appreciate you wanting to show up, and I would love to have a whole squadron of just folks for our gym. That'd be sweet.
I'm bringing a big ass sign. If I come.
Dude, done. Be just your own cardboard sign. New guy with a sign at the CrossFit events.
Slega bombs.
You don't have to tell everyone you do CrossFit.
Yeah.
Just lift more than the other teams and you win. Yeah, so I think that'll be fun. Good. But yeah, one spectator / coach like per gym that's entered. I'm like, you guys, that's a little skimpy.
Yeah.
It's a little skimpy.
Kind of weak.
Yeah, a little weak.
Whatever.
Yeah, what is this, Marion County?
Yeah. Oops. Is Greenwood Marion County?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either. All right.
Shall we get down and nerdy with it?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm still working on mindset. I did a TikTok about this book the other day. So if you guys, I'm Slagermeister on TikTok.
Yeah.
Check me out. I'm brand new.
Oh, nice.
I don't know anything. Mine aren't good, but I'm trying. So effort for trying. Yeah, Mindset by Carol Dweck. I'm not going to butcher her name this time. I did last time. And just a quick but super relatable and kind of in-your-face lesson that we get on fixed versus growth mindset. And she writes about how young and how easy we can identify ourselves as a failure because of failing. So you're younger in school, that could be grade school, middle school, high school, whatever, college, you fail a test. Some people say, man, screw that one up. I'm going to have to bring my grade back up with the next one. I'm going to study harder. Some people are like, oh man, I'm not smart. Like I failed the test. I'm a failure. And that will stick with them for life, that they are a failure because of that one test. Or they didn't get into Harvard or Stanford. You know, it's like, fuck Harvard and Stanford. Like, all right, I didn't get into there. I didn't get into NYU, me personally. Okay, that was lofty. I knew it was lofty. Still did just fine. So it can be so simple, and that little seed is already planted, and you're a failure. And I was so fascinated because I'm like, how many times did I fail a test that I was like bummed about? And now looking back, it's like I shouldn't have been that bent over a test.
Right.
Like in the grand scheme, school means some, it doesn't mean a lot. But yeah, there are people that are so like, it's got to be perfect every time, every test, A on every test, or I'm a failure. And that could be their pressure from family, who knows? But we can so quickly get in that fixed mindset of, I'm a failure. So fixed and growth mindset, man, there's a fine line, but I think a harder shift. People have to get used to, okay, I'm going to screw some things up. As business owners, we kind of don't know anything until we start doing it. There's going to be a lot of mistakes.
Right.
A lot of mistakes. So
I like that.
Yeah, and it's just, you have to be okay with it, or you're in the wrong line of work. Find something else that you can just knock out of the park every time. Yeah. You might not improve, but you won't feel like a failure if that's how you have to do it. I don't recommend, but yeah, it's, like, oh man, I screwed up. Okay. Like one day I was coaching like a week and a half ago. It was a morning class on a Saturday. I just said some stupid shit. Like it wasn't like bad. It was so just strange. I was like, what did I just say?
Wait, what do you mean?
So I was explaining the movement of a thruster. So you have a barbell, and the way you do it, you get the barbell in a front rack position, and your grip is mixed between like how you would hold it with a front rack or front squat, but you're also going to throw it overhead to a press. So you mix your grip, but you start in that front rack position, you squat all the way down, and then you stand back up. Once you hit that full tall extension, you push the barbell over your head. Then you bring it back down. Once it gets back to your shoulder, you drop down again. So it's not a clunky movement. It's a fluid, momentous movement, but a lot of people will overly combine the two. Like when they're halfway up, coming up from the squat, they'll start to launch the barbell overhead. They won't finish the full stand before. Or when they're going back down, as the barbell's still coming down, they'll start dropping into the squat. So it's a fine technical line, but I was explaining that. I was like, so it's not two movements, it's still one movement. I was like, but you want to make sure you complete one before the other. You don't want to overlap too much. I was like, a lot of people, we get into it, you're tired, and we kind of just have like a baby of these two movements. And I look around, and some people left. I was like, I don't know what I just said, you guys, but I think you all know what I'm trying to get at. Go warm up. Yeah. And it was just like, what the hell?
Funny moment.
What just came out of my mouth? Yeah. Like brain to mouth today, man. And that's when I make a haven't had enough coffee joke, or I just straight up said, guys, I don't know what I just said. Let's just get after it. Like, you know what I'm trying to explain. You guys, that was stupid. It was so dumb. I was like, you just don't want to make a baby out of these two movements. I was like,
yeah. No, that'll happen.
Okay, coach. Hey, try again. Yeah.
So. Today I was telling a client, I was trying to say, don't hesitate to reach out to me. But I said, don't reach out to me. I was like, you know what I meant there.
Yeah. Oh, you already paid me? Don't talk to me again.
Yeah, don't reach out to me.
There's no refunds. There's no redos. That's it.
Yeah, brain to mouth. But.
Yeah. So what's on your mind for book talk?
Yeah, so I'm talking about 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey.
Ooh.
R.I.P. I'm not sure when he passed away, but he's no longer living, but he wrote an amazing book. Where they talk about private victory and public victory. I've talked about this on the podcast before this book, but it talks about 7 habits. One falls under the public side of things where you interact with people and win relationships, but you can't do that until you win the private victory. And habit 1 is what I want to talk about today. Be proactive. And so when I was reading back through this and I was looking through my notes, one thing stuck out to me. It said, and kind of, it's been a theme for like this year and just this past year as well. It talks about, it said, proactive people can carry their own weather with them. Whether it rains or shines, it makes no difference to them. And it says like they're value driven and their values are involving producing good quality work. So like what that's trying to say is like regardless of what's going on around you, what the literal weather is, how you're feeling that day, who our president is, like things that you can't control around you that are going on, like that shouldn't change like what your values are. And that goes back to the fact like you should define what your values are, like what remains constant with you no matter what is going on around you. And for me, like my 3 values, I kind of wrote them out. I was thinking about this last night. Is my first value is helping others live a happier life, feel confident in themselves, and realize the treasures that they have within themselves. And that goes into their personal brand. So helping people realize that through my clients. Like I want my clients to realize that. Anybody I talk with, anybody I golf with, I always talk about them like, are you happy with where you're at? Like, are you aware of everything that you're capable of doing? I always like to have that conversation with people. My second value is become financially free. Like I want to continue to grind and continue to make money for myself and my future family and continue to put my money in places where it will grow exponentially and set myself, my kids up, and my generations up. So I'm going to continue to educate myself, stay curious on future trends, and be disciplined no matter what's going on around me. And lastly, I just want to take care of my body, regardless of what the weather's like, what's going on around me, like anything. Like I'm always going to make time to go to the gym. I'm always going to make time to drink a gallon of water every day. I'm always going to make time to go outside in some way and just enjoy the sunshine. And if we have sunshine that day.
Yeah, right.
And then obviously sleep and meditation. Like if I could, those 3 things I just talked about, help others live a happier life, become financially free, and stay curious on future trends and setting myself up and taking care of my body. If I can stay true to those values no matter what's going on around me, like that's the definition of being proactive in my opinion. So
yeah, I think that's solid. And how you said, no matter like what people are carrying with them, like the goal doesn't change. Good day, bad day. And I'll get guilty of that, of like, oh man, today just kind of sucks. Like maybe I'll change what I do or just do less. And it's like, that's not the excuse. Because like high level performers have a lot of bad days when they're still performing at high levels. So yeah, I like that. But I like your values too of, I think those are just 3 huge fundamentals that, you do those 3 things, you and the people around you are gonna like be in a really good spot. Yeah.
I would say like with anybody trying to figure out your values, I think you should have one professional one that you want to do that involves you making money for yourself and making money for your family. I think you should have one that's like health related, one that's like your body, like your mind, and then one that's like personal, whether it's like with your family or it's like personal wealth or anything that's like specific to like you and your personal life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like that a lot.
But yeah, that's all I have for book talk.
Beautiful, mate.
Short and sweet.
Beautiful. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging with us. It is always fun to get to chop it up and just kind of update you guys. As always, hit us up. Let us know if there are people that you think we should reach out to, try to get on the podcast. If you know people that would want to reach out to us, that happens too. We love that. Love just learning about new people, what they're doing, how they're doing it their own way, and creating the life that they want. And just, living on their terms, not letting the man tell them what to do and how to do it. So head on over to iTunes. Please leave us a 5-star rating and review. Helps with our momentum and visibility. If you do want to hit us up at Off the Dome Radio on Instagram, we are there frequently. So please reach out. We love hearing from you. And until next time.